Hello, my name is Probst. Welcome to Solomon's Porch, a gathering place where truth is pursued through thoughtful discussion, respectful debate, and biblical conviction. You don't have to admire Lindsey Graham to agree with what I'm about to say. The way many Americans reacted to his death reveals something deeply troubling about our culture, and if we're followers of Christ, we just can't ignore it. On the evening of Saturday, July 11, 2026, Senator Lindsey Graham passed away at the age of 71. Reports indicate that the cause of death was an aortic dissection, a tear in the wall of the body's largest artery. Aortic dissections are associated with a variety of risk factors, including chronic high blood pressure and certain cardiovascular diseases. Graham was born in central South Carolina, where his parents ran a bar and a pool hall. The Graham family lived behind the establishment. Lindsey made his family very proud as the first member of his family to attend college. At age 20, Lindsey lost his mother, who died at the age of 50 of Hodgkin's lymphoma. 15 months later, his father died in his sleep of a massive heart attack at the age of 68. Lindsey's sister, Darlene, was orphaned at age 13. So Lindsey transferred from the Citadel to the University of South Carolina so that he could become the legal guardian of his 13-year-old sister while completing his education. And less than 2 days after Lindsey's death, his sister, Darlene Graham Nordholm, was appointed by South Carolina's Republican governor to finish her older brother's term and represent the state in the U.S. Senate.
Today, under the law, it's my duty and honor to name someone to serve in the place of this irresistible man, this irreplaceable man, this extraordinary man for the remainder of his term. Lindsey took care of his little sister in years long departed. It's my honor to ask his little sister, Darlene Graham, to finish his work for him now.
These two siblings were subjected to extreme and undeserved hardships in life, but through it all, they revealed great strength and deep faith in the face of severe adversity. His remarkable life story makes the reaction of many on social media all the more troubling. And I want to firmly condemn the deeply depraved and inhumane responses to the death of a fellow human being. Social media has been inflamed with expressions of the deepest hatred for Lindsey Graham. Fox News reported the Young Turks co-host and executive producer Anna Kasparian responded to the announcement on X with 2 words, "Good riddance." Nick Fuentes, a far-right political commentator, also posted "good riddance" on X. And I won't list the numerous disrespectful and demeaning memes that have been created mocking the senator. What has happened to us? Even President Trump uttered words that were insensitive and dishonoring when he responded to the death of former FBI Director Robert Mueller. And he said, "Good, I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people." Are we not better than this? Are we not horrified at the way Erica Kirk has been accused and mistreated by influencers who have monetized the death of her husband, Charlie Kirk? Such behavior reflects a profound moral failure, and from a biblical perspective, it reveals the kind of hatred that Scripture associates with darkness, rather than the one who declared himself to be the light. Should we not strive to be respectful when those who disagree with us die, even if we strongly oppose their beliefs, their actions, or political opinions? And I'm not advocating that we deify everyone who passes. Honesty is not dishonoring. It is appropriate and often common for a person's accomplishments and serious faults to be noted. But this can be done respectfully. And from a Christian perspective, we must keep in mind that everyone is created in the image of God. And no matter the character faults, everyone possesses inherent dignity as image bearers of the Creator. Jesus admonished us in his Sermon on the Mount to love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Well, that command doesn't just evaporate upon the death of another. Solomon, of whom it is said that he is the wisest man who ever lived, instructed us in Proverbs not to rejoice when our enemy falls. Perhaps we haven't been taught to be respectful anymore. When another dies, it is proper to express sympathy to a grieving family. Posting celebratory comments is an adolescent behavior that reveals a heart of hatred and a failure to recognize our own mortality. The Grim Reaper will eventually come for us all. The writer of Hebrews recorded a verse worth serious contemplation. It is appointed unto man once to die, but after this, the judgment. Death is inevitable for all humans, but the latter part of that verse should cause us to think soberly about how we respect or disrespect the dead. Every funeral is a reminder that earthly power and political victories and partisan conflicts are all temporary. One day, each of us will stand before God. And before we mock another person's death, we would do well to remember our own mortality and the certainty of divine judgment. And as followers of Christ, we are called to speak truth, but always with dignity, humility, and love. Thank you for visiting Solomon's Porch, where you will find thoughtful discussion, respectful debate, and biblical conviction. If you found this video interesting and meaningful, it would be a great help and deeply appreciated if you would like, share, and subscribe to Solomon's Porch.